Okay, there we go. So find yourself, first of all, a nice and comfortable posture. Okay, resting the body on your cushion or on your ground. Taking a deep breath here. Resting the attention on the respiration. It's like putting your luggage down for a while. Taking a deep in-breath through the nose, if there's space, through the nose. And a long out-breath through the mouth. And once more. Noticing how the shoulders lean down. Relaxing the face, the tongue on the bottom of the mouth. Softening the eyes and maybe even breathing a slight smile into the corners of your eyes. Noticing the natural flow of breathing here. As it is. Just a few more conscious breaths here. When we open our eyes, allowing light to enter. And we're going to use the ring finger, I use my right hand, or the pinky finger, yeah, and the thumb to alternate the nostril breathing. So we're going to always start with the right side. So closing the right nostril, checking in if there's space on the left nostril, and taking a deep breath in. Then we change and exhale to the right. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Long breathings, inhaling left, exhaling right. And 4 heartbeats in, and 4 heartbeats out. And again, inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhaling right, and exhaling left. Last round while we pause in the middle, inhaling left. Hold, pause, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling right. Good. Inhaling right. Into the diaphragm, pause in the middle. And exhaling left. Good. You can relax your hands when you're ready. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale. Exhale, both nostrils or the mouth if you prefer. And again, inhale into the diaphragm. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. We can let go of controlled pranayama. It's a nice way to awake and offer full capacity to our lungs, degeneration of our lung tissue, and to activate the relaxation response. From here, we're going to start standing to do the morning awakening practice, making sure you have already with you 2 tennis balls. I'm going to make sure I'm in the full screen so you can watch and join. It's nice to practice with the feet on the floor, or if you prefer on a yoga mat, and feel your feet straight under the body, feet under the hips. That's it, releasing the arms. And sometimes we wake up with some tensions around the neck or just a general stiffness. We can just allow a natural flow to happen. Maybe rolling gently, softly, the neck and the head. In any rhythm that you prefer. And it's a nice way to softly start shaking, as if, the trembling of a release wants to happen. Something wants to let go. You might even hear the breath rippling. You can use sound if you feel okay and comfortable with it on the exhalation. Just a nice ha. Like ha. You can shake a little bit more to your left, the weight on your left foot, and becoming like water. Your wrists, hands are like water, blurry and soft. Moving onto your right foot, just leaning a little bit into your right side. Keep the breath on the foreground. It's a great anchor of awareness. Maybe with a bit of a smile into the sound of the breath. Just a bit. And you can shake as fast or as slow as you feel comfortable with. The wrists are blurry. You can lean a bit forward, a bit backward. We can even close our eyes and allow the body to naturally do what it does. Just a few more breaths here. Just emptying your bucket. Feeling the stiffness slide out of the body. And the energy rising. Great. Just a 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath here. And slowly we start moving into stillness. The waters become calm. Just feel for a moment, okay? Allowing the feet to be still. Notice under the body. Notice the energy rippling through. Notice your breath, maybe a slight heartbeat in your awareness. And if, of course, you have tennis balls nearby, we're going to start placing the foot on the tennis ball. Now I'll move a little bit closer for the practice to demonstrate. And I'm going to start with my right foot. Okay, this time. And I'm just going to lean into the ball. It's going to roll into the tennis ball or any other massage ball you have within reach. It's like a little massage here. These brave feet that carry us all day through life. And I'm kind of, when I move backward, I keep it light. And when I move forward, I press into the ball. Just a few more times. I will show the full body image so you can see how the weight presses in. You can even use the breath in a rhythm, like a water rhythm as well. Exhaling when we press in. Good. Just 2 more breaths here. Noticing if there's any sensitive spots. Might be different from the last time you've practiced. The more we do this, the more open the rigid tissues become in our feet. I'm going to stay for a while into the ball. Allow yourself to surrender. So I'm going to keep on leaning forward and preferably on the center of the foot, where the kidney point is. Might be sensitive, you might feel form and shape while you are on this point. Relaxing the rest of the body, noticing the standing leg as well. There's a little bit of a stretch on the back of your leg. This is also related to kidney and bladder. And kidneys actually rule the health of our bones. That's also why I chose this. Related to waters in the body, our metabolism. It produces sexual hormones and cultivate a sense of trust. So transforming from fear into trust and wisdom. Qualities of the Chinese medicine approach. Just take a few more breaths here, noticing if there's any resistance change in your foot. Maybe it gets stronger, feeling deeper to the bone, into the sole of the foot. It's our grounding point where we root into the floor, Mooladhara. Noticing if there's any involuntary movement coming along in the toes or the fingers. Releasing the jaw. Good. And slowly releasing the ball, and we just feel. Noticing the difference between left and right. Purely being present here, letting go of plans, worries, the timeless space of here and now, moment by moment. Noticing the feet on the ground. Are you aware of your feet? Aware of the sensations, the temperature difference between left and right. Nice. I'm going to demonstrate closely and then far away again. Let's go to the left foot. Yeah. So really starting with the toes and then rolling in to the ball. You can make your step as well a bit smaller. Just depends what feels most steady for you right here. And we roll. Open these rigid tissues from the toes up to the sole. Making the foot nicely massaged, treated with care. Bringing some awareness again to where it feels pleasant, maybe a bit unpleasant, soft and strong while we roll on, and we'll move a bit backwards again. It's a simple practice, but very effective to anchor us with our roots, feeling grounded, to release any tensions, to trust. Might be different, huh? You might even feel it on the front of your foot. You might even feel some sensations here along all these little bones. Maybe even some tingling, some pulsation, some sharper and some softer sensation. Just carrying on for a bit more. Using your breath on an exhalation, pressing in. You can even align with the breath, go faster, go slower, whatever feels right. This moment, being present to the sensations. Noticing your rhythm. Every time we practice is another experience. Sometimes strong, sometimes softer. That's it. And we can stay for a while on a sensitive spot where you feel, yeah, here I could stay for a while. It's usually not super comfortable, but you know already that it's also interesting to notice the real form and sensation, form and shape. Noticing if staying here gives rise to a certain thoughts or emotions. And using a loving out breath every time to anchor your experience. Noticing the passing and the rising of these sensations as well. Sometimes people experience some shaking, some trembling, some stronger sensations along the back of your leg, the right leg as well. Using your breath to stay with the unpleasant. Maybe even noticing that there are also pleasant sensations in this moment. Maybe the fingers of your hands, maybe the temperature along your skin, maybe the breath as two big wings wrapped around your experience. Comforting. Looking for stillness on this last moment. Noticing how deep the pressure can go. Noticing if there's any resistance to this. Surrender. Alright. Now we slowly take off. We can roll back and feel for a while. Noticing the first release. Difference between left and right once again. Right foot, left foot. For this short sequence, I'll take 3 exercises, which is enough to start with. Just to be picking up on the moments where you have a little bit of time to practice quality. Just a few more breaths here, noticing if there's any natural movement. Yeah, this tendency to wiggle, and that's great. It's fantastic. I have the same, like it just goes, the body just fluid into some rock in here. Yeah. And we're going to release a little bit more from the hip first, so into the psoas. I'm going to ask you to bring your right toes flat in the floor, like this. So we point the foot and we just press the other way around. Noticing how it feels. Can be a bit strong. Yeah. Good. And then we're going to start rolling the toes to the sides. So we roll open the hip. So rolling outside, just from the hip, we roll open the hip. And 2 more breaths here. Good. And then we work to the other side. So we're going to place left foot like this, pointing the toes. Noticing how it feels. You can lean gently in. And the further away, the more intense you might make. Just a few more breaths here. Waking up our feet who bravely carry us through our day, and we open, roll from the hip, and the toes, we kind of press them in the floor. Yeah, we work from the inside out. Yes, outward rotation. Always again, breath on the foreground. And just a few more breaths here. Great. Okay. Now I can release and shake. Shake it off like a gazelle. Shaking. Okay. I'm gonna work my way into the mat. I want us to keep close, at least 2 tennis balls again. I'm going closer so you can see. I'm gonna start in the spleen. This is the last posture in this sequence. Yeah, great. And what I want to create is just a slight compression in the back, so the kidneys. And the nice thing is that we can work again with the fascia release. The balls we can place, if you know, where's the iliopsoas? So I'm going to show you. Did you know? Right here, both balls. So you feel the hip bone, and just over the hip bone you have this softer material. That's where we place the balls. Okay, into the seal. Yeah, that's it. Now this is one of the, I think you know, this is one of the most grounding practices. Opening into the spleen, which supports our immune system. And a sense of being home inside yourself. We can feel, again, some compression in the kidneys. Whatever feels comfortable for your neck. Some people like to have the head on the block, or just keep up a little bit your chin. If you want to deepen the practice, we can open the hands to the side of the mat. Yeah, it takes off a little bit the tension of the balls, but it creates more tension in the lower back. It's a gentle compression. Noticing that the tendency is to squeeze the glutes to protect your back. And maybe with an out breath, inviting the glutes to soften and to allow. It's just a few minutes of practice. These postures again, 3 to 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask you to bring the breath on the foreground and to feel just being present with the breath and the body. Noticing where you feel it. And how does it feel? Do you feel any form, shape in the body, beginning and end? Allowing the whole lower body to melt, become fluid. Yeah. Noticing the difference between the elbows in the floor or the arms straight out. Both are fine. And 5 more conscious breaths here. You can even exhale longer through the mouth or through the nose. And noticing the response in the body. Good, yeah. Now from here we can, with support of our elbows, release the balls from under the body and rest on the belly, relaxing the head. Noticing what feels most comfortable. You can rest the forehead on the hands or bring the arms away along the body and rest on one cheek. From here, we can give a little bit of a stretch while we are on the floor. You can interlace your hands at the back, reach up the chest, lift, and exhale, release. Maybe changing hands to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. And we're going to skydive. Arms like this. Inhale, lift. Yeah. Beautiful view we have here. And exhale, release. We can wiggle a little bit the hips as if a hand is on the sacrum, rocking from left to right. Just release the lower body into the floor. Rock, liquids, left to right. Release the upper body into the floor. That's it. Good. And this one is the first practice. So we're going to rise up slowly. And bring on the hands and the knees, a little bit of a cow and cat stretch. It's a grounding practice. Awakening. A homecoming. A good resource. So hollowing the back. Keep your arms straight if you can. Yeah, even when you round. Press, press, press. Yes, that's it. And then we slowly sit back